Here, suspended between the vast blue sky and the earth below, we find a unique perspective. We're invited to leave the hustle and bustle of the world behind just for a moment, to witness a city not as a collection of streets and buildings, but as a living, breathing entity. This is Rockhampton, a jewel nestled in the heart of Queensland, Australia. From this vantage point, the sounds of daily life fade into a gentle hum, replaced by the soft whisper of the wind. Imagine yourself weightless, carried by the morning air as we slowly ascend. Below us, the patterns of the city begin to reveal themselves. Roads become intricate threads, weaving through neighborhoods and connecting communities. Buildings, once imposing structures, now appear as miniature models in a grand, sprawling diorama. Our gaze is first drawn to the magnificent Fitzroy River. From above, it appears as a great silver serpent, lazily winding its way through the landscape. It is the lifeblood of this region, a constant, flowing presence that has shaped the land and the lives of those who dwell here. The sun catches its surface, creating a dazzling display of light that shimmers and dances with every gentle ripple. The river is not merely a body of water, it's a living artery, carrying stories and sustenance, its banks lined with lush vegetation that thrives on its proximity. Here and there we can see the elegant spans of bridges, connecting the northern and southern parts of the city. They seem like delicate stitches holding the two halves of the community together. Along the river's edge, a mosaic of activity unfolds. We can just make out the long, thin shapes of rowing sculls, gliding across the water's surface with a quiet grace. Now, our gentle drift takes us over the historic heart of Rockhampton. The city centre unfolds below, a tidy grid of streets lined with magnificent heritage buildings. Quay Street, running parallel to the river, is a particularly fine example, a collection of sandstone and wrought iron that stands as one of Australia's most significant heritage streetscapes. The rooftops create a fascinating mosaic of terracotta, slate and modern materials, a patchwork quilt representing different eras of the city's growth. We can see the town squares and public spaces, small pockets of green and open air amidst the built environment. These are the gathering places, the lungs of the city centre. Here and there, modern structures rise amongst the old, their clean lines and reflective glass offering a counterpoint to the textured richness of the historic buildings. The Pilbeam Theatre and the Rockhampton Art Gallery stand out, contemporary hubs of culture nestled within the historic precinct. It is a harmonious blend, each style enhancing the other. Our journey now shifts its focus to the city's verdant lungs, its magnificent parks and gardens. From above, they appear as lush emerald islands set within the urban landscape. The most prominent of these is the Rockhampton Botanic Gardens, a sprawling sanctuary of green that has been a source of pride and pleasure for generations. We can see the clear outlines of its various sections, the dense canopy of the tropical rainforest section, the orderly rows of the formal gardens, and the wide open lawns that invite rest and play. The lagoons within the gardens are like polished jewels, their dark waters reflecting the towering palms and ancient trees that line their shores. Beyond the botanic gardens, other green spaces pepper the city. We see the manicured fields of sports grounds, their bright green turf a stark contrast to the surrounding streets and houses. The presence of so much green space contributes profoundly to the city's tranquil atmosphere. It suggests a community that values nature and understands the importance of balance. Imagine we have started our journey at the very beginning of the day. The eastern sky begins to glow, signaling the imminent arrival of the sun. At first, it is a soft pearlescent light, gently pushing back the deep indigo of the night. Then, hues of soft pink and pale orange begin to bleed across the horizon. Then, the sun itself breaches the horizon. It appears as a brilliant sliver of gold, instantly transforming the sky. Long golden rays shoot outwards like celestial searchlights, chasing away the last vestiges of darkness. The surface of the Fitzroy River is the first to catch this new light. The tops of the tallest buildings in the city centre are next to be illuminated, their rooftops and windows glowing as if lit from within. As the sun climbs higher, the shadows begin to recede. They are long and dramatic at first, stretching out from every tree, building and hill. Our peaceful flight now carries us towards the city's great natural guardian, Mount Archer. Rising majestically to the east of Rockhampton, this mountain is a commanding presence on the horizon. The slopes are clothed in a thick blanket of native bushland, a mosaic of greens and greys that changes with the light. The mountain is not a single peak, but a range of folded, weathered rock, sculpted by millions of years of wind and rain. We can see the winding line of the road that snakes its way towards the summit. Near the summit, we can make out the structure of the Nurem Circuit Skywalk. The Fitzroy is a complex ecosystem, a world unto itself. It is a source of beauty, a corridor for wildlife, and the historical heart of Rockhampton. To see it from the air is to understand its significance not just as a landmark, but as the very soul of the region's landscape, a constant and reassuring presence that defines the character of the place. Although our focus is on Rockhampton, our elevated position allows our gaze to travel further towards the east. In the distance, we can just perceive a change in the light and the landscape. This is the beginning of the Capricorn Coast, where the Australian continent finally meets the turquoise waters of the Pacific Ocean. The landscape between the city and the coast is a flat, expansive plain, dotted with volcanic plugs that rise abruptly from the ground. These conical hills are ancient geological formations, remnants of a fiery past, and from the air, they look like giant grass-covered monoliths scattered across the land. It is a reminder that Rockhampton is a gateway, a hub connecting various rich and distinct landscapes. The distant view of the coast evokes a feeling of openness and infinite possibility. The vastness of the ocean meets the vastness of the sky, creating a horizon that seems to stretch on forever. Let us now imagine that our serene journey is drawing to a close as the day ends. The sun, which greeted us with a gentle golden light, now prepares for a far more dramatic departure. As the sun dips lower, the sky transforms into an artist's canvas. Bold strokes of orange, crimson, and deep purple are splashed across the western sky. The clouds, which were white and fluffy during the day, now catch the last rays of light and ignite in brilliant shades of pink and gold. The Fitzroy River once again acts as a perfect mirror, reflecting the sky's fiery palette. The water's surface becomes a liquid sunset, doubling the spectacle. The city's lights begin to twinkle on, one by one, creating a new and enchanting landscape below. The streets become lines of glittering gold. This transition from day to night is a magical time. It is a moment of pause, a collective breath taken by the city as it winds down from the day's activities. As the last colors of the sunset fade from the sky, a deep, velvety twilight settles over Rockhampton. The city below is now a constellation of lights against the dark earth. From our serene position high above, the city appears peaceful and at rest. The energy of the day has subsided, replaced by a quiet, comforting stillness. We have seen the city from a perspective that few ever experience. We have witnessed its grand design, the elegant interplay of nature and human endeavor. We have followed the life-giving course of its mighty river, admired the strength of its historic heart, and rested our eyes on the calming green of its many parks. This journey has not been about distance, but about perception. It has been about slowing down, looking closely, and finding the extraordinary beauty in a world we often take for granted. Rockhampton from the sky is a testament to the quiet beauty that can be found when we take the time to look at the world differently. It is a peaceful, welcoming place, and the serenity we have found up here is its gentle, lasting gift to us.